Okay, this section we're talking about ways to show statistics. So we're going to make a histogram and a frequency table with all these numbers. So it says on all your questions, please note that your answer will be automatically marked correct regardless of how you respond. So compare your answer with the feedback to make sure you know the correct answer. So on the test, you're going to have to submit a picture of your work, but for this, you're just practicing and then looking at the feedback. Okay, so for the following set of data, we want to make a frequency distribution table. So we're going to find each value that we have. I'm looking for the lowest number, and I think it's 8. So we're going to look at the number. Well, let me label what we're doing first. We're going to start with the frequency distribution table. So it's a table where we look at the number we're given, and then we're going to make some tally marks to kind of just mark how many we have. And then we're going to have our totals after we're done. So I can see some 8s here. So for 8, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And sometimes you miss some, so just move on and you can come back to them, or you can go in order. I just want my numbers to be in order. So now I have a 10, I have a 12, I'm probably going to skip some of these, 14, 16, looks like we're going in 2s, that's good, 18, okay, so let's just go through. There's a 14. See, I need to go down to 22 now. So there's a 22, 20, 10, 10, 22, 24, 22, 10, 22, 24, 10, 20, sorry, I'm doing 2 numbers at a time, 16, 10, 24, 22, those seem to go together, 12, 24, 10, 24, 18, 24, 24 again, 10, 22. So the frequency distribution table is going to help us total up how many numbers of each there are. Okay, so the tallies help because we can just tick as we go along, and now we're going to actually total. So there's 6 8s, 8 10s, 2 12s, 2 14s, 2 16s, 2 18s, 2 20s, 6 22s, and 7 24s. Okay, so frequency distribution table. Now we want to make a histogram and a frequency polygon. Okay, so a histogram has an XY axis where our Y value, I always turn my head because I'm going to write kind of sideways, is our frequency. So that is this, our totals. So think about our axis. We need from 2 up until 8. So I'm just going to count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then our x-axis is usually it's a range of numbers. So think if I did this, 8, 10, 12, 14, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers across, which I could do. Or you can do a range, like say I want from 8 to 12. I could go this bar that I'm about to draw is from 8 to 12. And then I would do my next one from 12 to 16. I'm not going to do that on this one because I already did my frequencies. So we're just going to go what we have. We're going to have one bar, the first bar for 8. So that frequency would make a bar up till 6. Okay, and my next bar would be for 10, and that would go up until 8. And that would be for 10. I should have made these bigger. My next bar would be for 12, and that would go to 2. My next bar would be for 14, and that would go to 2. And then 16, and that would go to 2. 18 would go to 2. 20 would go to 2. I'm making them bigger as I go. Need more writing. 22 would be 6. And then 24 would be 7. So that is a histogram. And then the frequency polygon is a take on the histogram. It's where we just put marks on each bar. So I'll redraw it. So frequency polygon. Because we're kind of just drawing lines. So I still have up till 8. Then I still have my labels down here. So 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. But now I'm going to just make some tick marks or some lines where my numbers are. And I'm going to make a line graph. And that's why it's called a polygon. It kind of makes a shape. So that is a frequency polygon. It shows the shape of the histogram if you were to draw lines. Okay, so you're going to have 3 or 4 of these where you're just going to do it on your own paper and type complete in the self-check box. And then on the test, you'll actually send in a picture.